Scorpio, listen closely, because this is not just another message you stumble upon by accident. This is arriving in your path for a reason, and if you turn away now, you may miss the understanding that could change how you see your past and how you step into your future. Think back, not just to yesterday or last year, but to the moment 9 years ago when something was taken from you. A job, an opportunity, a role you thought defined you. At the time, it may have felt like the ground beneath you collapsed, like your stability was shattered, and your worth questioned. But what if I told you that moment was not a punishment, not a failure, but a sacred preparation? What if the loss you carried was actually planting seeds in silence, waiting until now to reveal the true harvest? Stay with me until the end of this message, because I will not only show you why that ending was never meant to define you, but I will also reveal the sign that proves everything you endured was leading to this exact season of transformation. There's a rhythm to your life, Scorpio, a karmic cycle that repeats in 9-year waves, and right now, you are stepping into the climax of that rhythm, a moment where destiny collides with your readiness. If you've been feeling restless, sensing a change in the air, waking up with questions that stir your soul, it's because the universe is whispering that your time has come. So do not click away. Do not let distraction pull you out of this flow, because by the end of this journey together, you will see with clarity that the job you lost was never your end. It was the first chapter of your rebirth. Scorpio, as we move deeper, I want you to revisit that moment 9 years ago with fresh eyes, because what you once labeled as failure was in fact the universe's way of breaking an illusion you had outgrown. And here is the truth that so few ever realize. When something leaves your life so dramatically, it is because your soul has already surpassed the limits of that environment, and staying would have suffocated the very gifts you were born to express. At that time, you may have wondered why others seemed to succeed while you were left behind. But Spirit was not comparing you to anyone else. It was carving out a unique path that could not unfold if you clung to what was safe. That job, that career, that role gave you skills, resilience, and even pain that became the soil for wisdom you now carry. And the mini reveal I promised you is this: the energy you lost back that has been circling back toward you, upgraded, transformed, and aligned with opportunities you could not have handled 9 years ago. This is why lately you may feel echoes of that old chapter, certain places, names, or even dreams reminding you of what was taken, because the cycle is returning, not to punish you, but to return what is rightfully yours in a higher form. It's like a cosmic rehearsal. The first act was practice, but this second act is the real performance, and you are walking on stage prepared in a way you never were before. And here's the thing, Scorpio. Every tear, every restless night, every doubt that you carried since that loss has been shaping you into someone who does not just chase opportunity, but embodies it. Someone who no longer begs for permission, but knows their value. Someone who can finally receive without fear. The reason you're hearing this right now is because the door that once closed is about to open, in a form you couldn't have even imagined then. And all you have to do is step through with the awareness that you are not the same person who lost that job. You are wiser, sharper, and infinitely stronger. So hold this thought. The ending 9 years ago was not destruction. It was calibration. And the proof of this is already showing in subtle ways around you if you pay attention. A new contact, a sudden chance, a synchronicity that feels too precise to be random. These are the signs that your 9-year cycle has reached its turning point. And soon, the opportunity that felt stolen will return as a blessing magnified. Scorpio, the universe has a way of weaving threads that only make sense when you step back and see the pattern. And right now, you are being asked to see beyond the pain of what you lost 9 years ago and recognize the masterpiece being formed. Think about it. If you had remained in that old job, that old structure, your growth would have been stunted. Your potential boxed in by the limits of someone else's vision. But when that chapter closed, you are forced to reinvent yourself, to uncover hidden strengths you might never have touched otherwise. And those very strengths are what will carry you into the season you are now entering. This is why you may have felt misunderstood or overlooked in recent years, because the world has not yet seen the full picture of who you are becoming. The secret I'm leading you toward is one that has been hidden beneath your struggles. And as we build toward it, let's pause to notice how life has been testing your patience, your resilience, your faith. Every detour, every rejection, every delay was not random. It was the fire refining you into someone capable of holding more abundance than before. And now, as the 9-year cycle completes, the cosmos is aligning to place before you an opportunity that mirrors the one you lost. But with a twist. This time, it will not come as a job where you serve another's dream, but as a role where you step into authority over your own destiny. You see, Scorpio, 9 years ago, you may have thought you were working for a paycheck, but what you were really doing was learning the structure of systems, how power moves, how people operate, and all of that knowledge has been stored like sacred data in your soul. And here comes the hidden truth you've been waiting for. The very loss that once humiliated you is about to be revealed as the foundation for a breakthrough that others will look at and call destiny, but you will know was born from endurance. Pay close attention, because the synchronicities will grow stronger, numbers repeating, conversations aligning, dreams feeling more vivid. These are not coincidences. They are the markers that your preparation is ending and your season of manifestation is beginning. What was stripped away will return, not as it was, but multiplied, more aligned with who you are now. And the secret waiting at the end of this cycle is this. The universe never abandoned you 9 years ago. It was promoting you in disguise, setting you on a path where you would no longer depend on the approval of others, but instead stand as the architect of your own path. That is why the door that closed then was actually protecting you from being trapped in mediocrity. This is the hidden wisdom only revealed when you are ready. And Scorpio, you are ready now. Scorpio, let's go even further, because the truth of this 9-year cycle is layered, and only those with the courage to keep listening will uncover what has been hidden beneath their own story. You see, many people experience loss and remain stuck in the memory of it, replaying the moment, carrying bitterness, and believing life has treated them unfairly. But you, Scorpio, are different, because you were born under the sign of transformation, death, and rebirth. It is written in your energy to turn endings into beginnings, to transform ashes into gold, to see what others cannot. And this is exactly why the universe chose you to endure that painful chapter, not as punishment, but as proof of your ability to rise. Over the years, you may have asked yourself, why me? Why did I lose when others advanced? The answer lies in your soul contract. You were never meant to settle for ordinary paths. That job, as secure as it seemed, would have dimmed your light and trapped you in repetition. And so life shook you free. And here is the deeper secret. Everything you've endured since then has not only been preparing you, but has also been attracting the exact connections, opportunities, and alignment you will need to fulfill your higher calling. It's almost like the universe placed you in a waiting room, not to punish you, but to prepare the stage so that when your entrance comes, it will be undeniable. And perhaps you've noticed recently, the whispers are louder, strange dreams that feel like messages, symbols repeating in your daily life, a sense of déjà vu so strong you wonder if you've been here before. These are not illusions, Scorpio. They are confirmations that your soul is syncing with the divine timing of your purpose. And now here's the secret that has been kept from you until this moment. The reason you lost that job 9 years ago is because you were never meant to be an employee of someone else's vision. You were meant to be the builder, the creator, the leader of your own destiny. The loss was the first strike that cracked open your chrysalis, forcing you toward independence and sovereignty. And the proof of this is beginning to surface. The opportunities that are appearing in your orbit are not asking you to serve. They are asking you to lead, to channel your wisdom into something that carries your name, your energy, your vision. This is the moment where the caterpillar no longer mourns the cocoon, but spreads its wings into the butterfly it was always destined to become. And Scorpio, those wings are yours. Scorpio, do you remember how we began with the moment 9 years ago when everything seemed to fall apart? Let's return there now, but with new eyes, because the person you were then could only see loss, while the person you are now can finally see destiny at work. That door that closed was the universe's way of saying, not here, not yet, not like this. And while at the time it felt like abandonment, in truth, it was protection. Because if you had remained in that role, you would never have been free to step into the season you are now entering. Look at the signs around you, the restlessness, the synchronicities, the way opportunities keep appearing in patterns, as if something is nudging you forward. These are not random. They are the echoes of the cycle completing, the confirmation that what was planted in your spirit 9 years ago is ready to bloom. The secret I've held until this point is one that will tie everything together. The job you lost was never meant to define you. It was meant to refine you. That moment carved out space in your life for something much greater, something only your soul could carry. And now, as this cycle closes, you are not simply walking into a new job, a new title, or a new role. You are stepping into alignment with your higher self. The version of you that understands power does not come from positions, but from purpose. This is why the energy feels so intense right now. Why you sense that something big is coming. Because the universe is mirroring back to you the strength you've built, the lessons you've learned, and the authority you've claimed. And so we return to the beginning, full circle. The job you lost was never the end. It was the spark that set into motion a 9-year transformation that has led you here, to this exact moment of awakening. The final secret is this. Scorpio, you are never losing. You are being positioned, prepared, and elevated. And now the cycle that once broke you has become the foundation of your rebirth. So Scorpio, as you stand at the threshold of this powerful 9-year cycle, I want you to breathe in the truth that what once felt like your greatest loss has become the soil of your greatest transformation. The job, the opportunity, the chapter you thought defined you was never your destiny. It was only a stepping stone toward something infinitely larger, something that carries your true essence. The signs have been building, the synchronicities have been whispering, and the energy around you confirms that this is your time to rise. Not as the person who mourned what was taken, but as the soul who now understands why it had to be removed. The path ahead is not about chasing validation or fitting into someone else's story. It is about embodying your own. You are stepping into a season where doors will open, not because you knock harder, but because you finally carry the vibration of someone who belongs inside. And so I thank you for staying with me through this journey, for giving your energy and your attention to a message that was always meant for you. If this spoke to your heart, if you felt the truth of these words stirring in your spirit, let me know in the comments by writing, I claim my rebirth. And if you want more guidance, more clarity, and more healing messages designed to keep you aligned with your highest path, make sure you like this video, share it with another Scorpio who may need to hear it, and subscribe so you never miss the guidance Spirit has waiting for you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your light. And may your next chapter be filled with abundance, peace, and the power of your reborn destiny.